Good evening, everyone. Today I'll present concept analysis on employee engagement. My focus is simple. Employee engagement is widely used, but not always clearly defined. So we need clarity for research and for practice. I will walk you through why it matters, what the concept means, how it is used, its key attributes, example of cases, what leads to engagement, and what happens when engagement is high. Let's start with why employee engagement is important and why there is confusion around it. Employee engagement is now a strategic priority because it is linked with outcomes like productivity, innovation, well-being, retention, and even patient safety in healthcare. The challenge is that engagement is sometimes mixed with other concepts like job satisfaction, motivation, organizational commitment, and even terms like quiet quitting, so research findings can become inconsistent. So the goal here is conceptual clarity. If we define engagement well, its attributes, causes, and outcomes, then measurement and interventions become stronger and more consistent. Based on this, we can define the aim and explain the method used for the analysis. The aim is to clarify employee engagement because it is widely used yet inconsistently defined. Specifically, we want to identify defining attributes, explore antecedents and consequences, and separate engagement from related constructs like satisfaction or commitments. So the method to do that, the presentation uses Walker and Evans 8-step concept analysis approach. This method helps us systematically collect uses of the concepts, core attribute, antecedents, consequences, and empirical reference. So the concepts become more precise and usable. Now let's see how the literature actually uses the term employee engagement. In the literature, employee engagement appears across many fields: HRM and organizational behavior, healthcare and nursing, education and hospitality. A common idea is that engagement is the degree of cognitive, emotional, and behavior investment employees bring to their work. Researchers explain engagement from three angles. Motivational view: engagement comes from meaning, autonomy, inner drive. Behavior view: engagement shows as extra effort, persistent, and proactive behaviors. Relational contextual view: engagement depends on leadership, culture, and social environment. After seeing these perspectives, we can now define the core attributes more clearly. This slide summarizes the defining attributes, meaning, and feature that must exist for us to truly call it engagement. First, cognitive involvement. The employee is mentally focused, observed, and sees work as meaningful and aligned with goals. Second, emotional attachment. Feelings like enthusiasm, pride, and belonging. It is more than satisfaction, it is real connection. Third, behavioral investment. Visible actions. Discretionary effort, persistent and proactive contribution beyond job descriptions. So, in one sentence, engagement is when people are mentally present, emotionally connected, and behaviorally active at work. To make this clearer, we usually test the concept using examples model, borderline, and contrary cases. Walker and Event recommended using cases to show what the concept looks like in real life. Model case: full engagement. Here is a full example. A university lecturer who is focused, passionate, and goes beyond duties, monitoring, innovating, and participating in committees. This case shows all three attributes: cognitive, emotional, and behavior. Borderline case, partial engagement. A borderline case is someone who is mentally focused and complete tasks but lacks enthusiasm and avoid extra role activities. So cognitive is present but emotional and behavior are weak. Contrary case, no engagement. A contrary case is the quiet quitter, doing the minimum, avoiding involvement, and feeling disconnected. Here, cognitive, emotional, and behavior engagement are absent. Now that we know what engagement looks like, the next question is what factors create engagement in the first place? Antecedents are the conditions that usually come before engagement and help it develop. One, we have supportive leadership. Leaders who build trust, recognize employees, and encourage participation increase engagement. Second, meaningful and enriching work. When tasks are purposeful, challenging, and match personal values, employees invest more. Third, organizational culture and climate. A fair, safe culture with recognition helps employees feel valued and secure. Fourth, work life balance. If employee can manage personal work demands, they avoid burnout and sustain engagement. So, if these conditions exist, what outcomes should we expect that leads to consequences? Consequences are what happens after engagement is present. First, enhance job performance. Engaged employee often show higher productivity, innovation, and they go beyond formal duties. Second, higher satisfaction and retention. Engagement links with satisfaction, loyalty, and lower turnover attention. So it appears talent retention. Better organizational effectiveness. High engagement supports teamwork, service quality, and alignment with organizational goals. Healthcare impact. In healthcare settings, engagement can support patient safety, care quality, and staff well being. So, after clarifying users' attributes, antecedents, and consequences, we can summarize the concept clearly. The key conclusion is employee engagement is a multidimensional construct with cognitive, emotional, and behavioral components. It is shaped by leadership, meaningful work, culture, and work life balance. Clarifying the concept reduces confusion with related terms like satisfaction or commitment and supports better measurement and better strategies. Overall, engagement matters because it can strengthen performance, retention, well being, and organizational effectiveness. With that, I will close and take your questions. Thank you for your attention.